What is the stupidest question someone has asked you? This wasn't asked of me. It was asked of my uncle Nick, an engineer by his room at Derek, a deadbeat. Derek walks into the other room, tape measure in hand. Nick is at the dishes. Hey Nick, what's 39? 1, 2 plus 40, 3, 4, 40, 1, 4 Derek. What's 20? 1, 2 15. 307 Derek. What's 6 plus 6? Dishes slam 12 Derek. What nationality are you? Canadian? No, I mean, what nationality? Do you mean heritage? Polish? I guess no. Listen, nationality, I don't know what you're asking. Whispers nationality, like, are you white, black, etc. Just look at me, I'm white as snow, and that's not nation. Cool, I didn't want to assume anything. Yes, posted before, still the stupidest question I've been asked. So I work for a horse feed manufacturing company. I'm the owner's secretary. This woman calls and asks me if I would send someone out to remove the remains of a dog she saw that had been hit by a car on the highway. Her reasoning was that because we sell animal feed, we obviously care about animals, which we do, so we should bury dog. She was not happy when I told her she needs to call highway patrol so hazmat can dispose of the carcass. Some kid 2 years below me asked if I was a girl. Bear in mind at the time I had not shaven in about a month, had a monobrow, face was badly riddled with acne, and was standing directly next to my twin sister. We both wear glasses and have blonde hair. That's where the similarities end. This tiny kid thought we were identical twins. It was more offensive for my sister though. Someone asked me if I had ever heard of Celsius, as in temperature. He kept interrupting me when I said yes, and refused to let me ask more advanced questions about the rest of what we were discussing without his explanation of the basics of temperature. Yes, I know what Kelvin is. SMH, I get so frustrated at this guy. Had a conversation about 9/11 and suddenly smartest kid in the class went, "Excuse me, what's 9/11?" We just stared at him. Then he went off the American shop. We still sat there as he doesn't know what 9/11 is, and he got 7/11 and 9/11 mixed up. Somebody once asked me if the world was gonna roll them, they clearly weren't the sharpest tool in the shed. He was looking kind dumb with a finger and a thumb. No way, do we know the same guy? He looked exactly like you described him. And he had a shape of an L on the forehead. Knock knock on bathroom door. Me who? Sister. Me what do you want? Sister, is anybody in there? Me. Sister. Me. Sister. So who? Me. No, the bathroom's just tired and wants to be alone for a little while. What's 6 times 8 divided by 8? Everyone in the kitchen stops to look at the guy. I do that all the time. But I'm one of those extra cautious people who will type 5 plus 7 into a calculator just to be sure. Working at a cafe, and a woman standing next to the chips asks, "Do you have any chips like BBQ?" I say yes, the BBQ ones are okay. Which ones are those? Me, the ones that say BBQ. I work at a bakery that sometimes sells vegan baked goods. It'll get 4 to 5 people a day ask me what makes the cupcakes vegan. I guess it must not be common knowledge that there are usually eggs in cake. Okay, this is not my story, but my coworker earlier today said that when she was in high school someone asked her where she was from, and when she replied, Poland, they asked her what state that was in. About a month ago, I was getting settled in my seat for a flight from Germany to Canada. As more and more people got onto the plane, I overheard a woman ask someone if the flight was headed to Canada. "Oh, so you're deaf on one ear? Do you really don't hear anything? Are you really sure about that? So if I screamed in your ear you wouldn't hear it? Or, is your dog friendly? Can I pet him?" While already reaching for the dog and getting snapped at before I have time to answer no. Since he's a German Shepherd, do you have to talk to him in German for him to understand you? Granted, the kid was like 5. If I knew what tomato was, asked by an American when I was studying in US, and this was in Vermont nonetheless. Answered the house phone. This was before most people had cell phones, and my grandma said, "Oh, flu, you're home?" When I told my friend I was going to study abroad in London, she said, "Does that mean you're going to have to learn French? What are you?" And I answered a person. I realized later they were inquiring about my ethnic background. Wow, your eyesight is really that bad without glasses? Walks 2 meters away, how many fingers am I showing? Will my birth control still work if I don't take the pill every day, but just every other day? What state is Nebraska in? My cousin asked me this while watching a college football game. Hi, may I take your order? Nah, I'm good. I just like standing in lines. I'm a teacher. Today a 15-year-old asked if it's possible to swim under the UK. Where's Florida? Asked in my sophomore history class in the US. This is an old meme and was never said to me, but what's Obama's last name? Is this hot? Proceeds to touch the curling iron before I answer yes. Who's the most underrated person of all time? 0.43 times. How do you spell apple? She was high and playing a word game. My doctor once asked me how long I had had my birthmark for. You are served 95 wins with this from Honest Stupid Questions. Do you believe in Jah? Yes, Jah is the Lord and Savior. At work in it, are you busy? This'll just take a seconds. What's that one fish with the small fin from Finding Nemo? But if the South left the Union, where did they go? What's the difference between cold brew and iced coffee? What is the stupidest question someone has asked you? Why did you decide to have a special needs child? Can I have a piece of gum? No, you may not. Why doesn't Ireland celebrate Thanksgiving? This question because you said, stupidest. Is Fortnite better than Minecraft? Is Britain a real thing at this point?